Hey friends, I'm Lisa with Made to Create with Lisa, and it is a new week and I'm ready to dive in with another cute craft for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Today the sun is shining here in Washington State, which is always just a huge mood lifter for me after many days of rain. So it's a beautiful January day and we're just continuing our road down the path to make some cute decor for Valentine's Day. So today I am using a package of these, they're like little grapevine wreaths from the Dollar Tree, except they're shaped like hearts, if you can see that. Now, I got these last year at the Dollar Tree, and I have no idea if they have them this year or not. But you're going to see what we'll do with them, and you'll see that if you don't find these, I had another idea that you could use instead of these that would work, but I had these in my box from last year, so that's what I pulled out to use today. All right. The other thing that we're going to use is the beautiful Sweet Talk Designer Series paper that I keep pulling out. We've used it pretty much on every craft because it is adorable. And there are so many different prints in it. As you can see, these are all cut up. but we are going to use this today as well as some of our ribbon, okay? So let's just go ahead and dive in. And you can see what we're going to make for our little shelf sitter today, all right? So I will pull you over and turn you down here on my desk. All right, so yes, I have our, like I said, this is the heart-shaped grapevine wreaths that I found at the Dollar Tree last year. And this was my thought. There were 5 in a bag, and my thought, I didn't actually try this, but my thought was that if you could not find the grapevine wreaths, I was thinking that you could use pipe cleaners. I was blanking on the word there. So you'll see what we're doing, and I really don't see why in the world you couldn't use pipe cleaners. The only thing that this will do better for you, I think, is it will stay a little bit stiffer than a pipe cleaner would, but all you would have to do is just be a little bit gentle with what we're doing, and I think that it would work just fine. Hey Marty, how are you? I hope you had a good weekend. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think we'll just start with this. So what I did is I'm pulling out here my mini ruffled ribbon, which, as you know, we have used a million times. Luckily for me, it carried over from the holiday mini catalog, and I'm glad because I bought like 4 spools of it, and so I'm just slowly making my way through it all. And so it's been great because, of course, after Christmas, we have Valentine's Day. And then, of course, you can always use red for 4th of July, you know, summer, watermelon, all that fun stuff during the year. Okay, so what we are going to do is I started here. You could obviously start anywhere you want. And we are going to actually wrap our wreath or our heart shape, whatever you want to call it. Now, I hope this doesn't take too long because I did not do it in advance because I wanted you guys to see how I did it. Now, what I can do is tack the beginning of my ribbon down here so that it doesn't come undone. But right now I'm just holding it and it's working okay. Okay, so what I did is I just cut a length of the ribbon, and I just honestly guessed, and it ended up being kind of the right amount. I ended up cutting an amount that was like 1 arm length long and then another half arm length long. So that's how exact I got on that. Okay, so as you can see here on the grapevine wreath, there are some parts that stick out, so I'm just going to crack that off because we're covering the whole thing, so you're not going to see that. So how are you guys doing? I hope you had a decent weekend. We did not have anything overly exciting going on here in our household this weekend. I'm trying to think here. Normally I feel like I have at least something to share, but we didn't really do much of anything this weekend. We did more last weekend when my son was home visiting from college and his girlfriend was here with him. And that was really fun. But, oh, that's sticking out. I'll tuck that back down. Hey, Karen, how are you? It's so good to see you. What's your weather doing over there in Maryland? Do you guys have snow? All right, we're just going to continue to wrap. Again, here's another piece sticking out, so I'm just going to kind of bend that down and just go around it. Let's try to get it to lay down there. It's really not that big of a deal how exact this is. We are just using our pretty ribbons to make a cute little craft. You know what I mean? That's what you do. Grab what you have and make cute stuff. So have you guys been making anything for Valentine's Day yet? Or do you even decorate for Valentine's Day? I honestly don't do a ton of decorating. I have like an entry table right when you come into my front door, and I always decorate that for the seasons. And then I have a spot in my dining room that, you know, you kind of notice right when you walk in the door. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tack this down. I know I said I wasn't going to, but let's go ahead and tack it down so that as we finish it off here, it won't move. So I'm just using my hot glue. We will tack that down there. Okay, you did get several inches of snow last night, huh? Whoa, 28 degrees. That is chilly. We are totally getting like the mild rainy temperatures here now that it's been, it's just super mild. Okay, Marty, you did pull out some Valentine's stuff. See, I haven't even actually pulled anything out downstairs. I just have all this cute stuff going on up here in my craft room. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just making it covered on the bottom point. I would say that this is one of the worst parts of the whole thing, is trying to figure out how to get the point looking decent. So we're just going to kind of wrap it around, and that's all I'm going to do right there. It looks decent enough, I think. Okay, so I'm going to bring it around the back here, tack one more little dot down, and then we'll trim that. Let me just give that a second to dry. Wipe off the excess. Okay, there we go. All right, now let me trim this off. Tack that down. And there we go. Now you could technically use either side, whichever one you want to show. Okay, so now that we have that done, let me show you what else I did. So I already did another one. Then I also used, I know I've used this in the past, but I used a skein of this puffy yarn that you can buy at Walmart or Joann's or Michael's or whatever. You use it to make like chunky blankets. And so I used that on one of the hearts. Look how cute that is. Actually, I did 2 of those, okay? And there's 5 in a pack, so I did that. And then the last one, I pulled out our really cute gingham ribbon, and I did one of those. So it's such a skinny ribbon that I had a hard time finishing the bottom, you know how like I told you that I just wrapped this? This just had a really hard time finishing that. So what I thought I would do with you was like just try making like a double bow and see if we could just attach a cute little bow here on the bottom. So let's see how that looks. Let's see if it covers it up enough. But that was kind of the only thing that I came up with to, you know, just kind of cover up that point on the bottom of the, oh, see, I think that's going to look really cute. So let's trim that. Whoops. Oh, a button would be cute. I think that there would be several things that you could do down there. I'm trying to do them at a slant. Sorry, I keep messing that up. Okay. So that is really, really cute. Okay, so I'm not going to attach it yet until we have everything attached. Okay, so this is what we have so far, right? And you watched how I did the ribbon. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is set these aside and get our surface ready. All right, so what I pulled out is this piece of scrap wood. Okay, this is what it looks like. Just a piece of scrap wood. And this side is actually beveled, and then this side is flat, and so I'm going to do it as a shelf sitter with the flat side down. My friend Carol, I don't know if she is, no, I don't think she's on here right now, but she gave me a big pile of scrap wood about a year ago, and I've just slowly been making my way through it. So I picked this piece, and then what I did is I just used some white chalk paint and I covered the edges because that's what you'll see, okay? And we're gonna cover the rest of this with our really cute Sweet Talk Designer Series paper, okay? So this is the print that I chose. Look at the back, is totally cute stripes. And there are just so many cute prints in here. And I know that we've used several of these so far. But what I did is I just measured this, you know, and then measured, and this is longer than 12. So I ended up with one 12-inch piece and then a couple extra inches. I can't remember how many it was. And we are just going to Mod Podge this right onto our surface. And can you see that now you just see the edge? That's why I didn't paint the whole thing, okay? So let us go ahead, pull out my Mod Podge, and we will attach this to our board. Okay, so what I want to see before I pick this up, I want to make sure I know exactly where I want to attach it here. So it's even on both sides. Okay, I think I'll do it there. So I'm going to pick this piece up. That'll be kind of my guide. Actually, you know what? I forgot. Hold on a second here. I have to, I can't have this all on camera all at once. I have my scratch piece of paper to do my Mod Podging on because I really want to make sure it goes all the way to the edge. So I'm going to do it on this piece of paper and not on the wood. Okay, so we'll just keep dipping in here. Make sure it gets all the way to the edges of the piece of paper. Make sure that you get a nice amount on there so that you have enough so that it sticks. And let me pull this back in. I know it's a little low, but I have too much going on here. All right. And let's stick this. I'm going to make sure it's all the way down at the bottom. Come on. Trying to move it here. Okay. And I'm going to smooth it on. Sorry, this is all the way at the bottom of the screen. I can't move it yet until I move this scratch piece of paper. All right, I'll move it when we do the next piece. Okay, so just make sure that this is really pressed on really, really well, okay? Now, I'm gonna pull this back out. And now we'll do the other piece, and then now I can move it a little bit better into the screen. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just getting a very generous amount of Mod Podge, and I'm going to paint my entire piece of DSP, Designer Series paper. So have any of you used this DSP for anything yet? I sure hope so. It's going to make the cutest little treat, you know, paper that you can use for little treats too for the Valentine's season. Okay, I've got that painted all on, so let me get this out of the way and pick this up. Hey Carol, there you are. I was just talking about you. I was saying that this is some of the scrap lumber that you gave me about a year ago. Maybe it's been longer than that by now. I'm not even sure. Okay, so I'm just sliding this on before I glue it down. Move it all the way down before it dries. There we go. Okay, now I've got it lined up all the way on the bottom. And I'm smoothing it on. All right, so it just takes a little bit more effort just because I'm lining up the crease here, just to get the whole thing covered. Obviously, it's not hard. I just want to make sure the whole thing is covered. Okay, so now we can lean this adorable little piece of wood just, you know, against a wall, or I mean a shelf or something like that. I mean, you could even put a hanger on the back, I guess, if you wanted, but it's kind of long and skinny. Okay, so now what we're going to do is glue our adorable hearts on here. So that's why I wasn't overly concerned with the seam here, because we're going to be laying our hearts on here. So let's just sort of see what we think, see what we like. Let's see. Maybe I will put this guy, let's just play with it here, see what we like. Okay, what do you think? Let's see. See, this will be, I'll glue that down when we get everything done. But I kind of feel like that will work. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Okay, so we've used yarn and several different designs of our ribbon, as well as our cute Designer Series paper. So what I'm going to start doing is just gluing on these hearts with my hot glue gun. And it looks like I kind of want that side to be the side that shows. So let me make sure I like the way it's tilted. Okay, I like that like that. Now I got to remember it. So I am just going to try to hurry and put some hot glue on there and then get it stuck before it dries. Thanks, Marty. Okay, now we'll try that one. And that one's going to go on top, so I need to do this black one next. Again, I need to check which side. Yep, I think that'll be the back. So I'm just using a little bit of hot glue. You're just adhering it to paper, you know, so it's not, it doesn't need like massive stick power. All right, holding that down. And I do kind of want it, you know, cattywampus. Does anybody use that word besides me? Cattywampus? A little bit cockeyed, crooked, whatever word you'd like to use. Okay, now let's make sure that we like how this is going to go. Okay, I'm liking this more and more. Okay, I think that we need some glue here and here and here. Hopefully I got that right. Okay. You know what? I didn't get any down here. Let me put some just right there, and I will get the bottom of that heart glued down. I think this is super fun. Okay, so I think I'll put some glue here because that's where it's touching, and maybe there and there. So I only need glue here and here and here. Okay, getting this baby glued down. Maybe I could have gotten a little bit more glue right there. I didn't realize that had contact there too. Okay, and then this last one will be right here. So it's pretty much, whoops, I'm stepping on my cord. Let's see, pretty much just glue on this side of the heart. Let me get that pushed down. Okay. I don't know if that glue got on there on this side or not. I can't see. I'll have to wait till it's all dry, but I think it's all attached. Yes, it is. Okay, now look, we can put our little bow down here. That's the only bow that I had on here. And then my last thought, I don't know if you can tell, I don't think you can see it on the screen, but there are some hot glue hairs around here that I'll have to pick off when we're done. But, okay, so my last thought was to try to put the word love or just something on here. And then after I got it all on, I realized that it covered the whole board. So there wasn't, my original thought was to put the word love over here, but the whole thing is full. So we will just have hearts. And then my last thought was, should we put a little bow here on the top, like a messy bow? So you tell me what you think, if you think that we need a messy bow, because I'm wondering if that will just be too much over the top. Because I pulled in our usual culprits here. I pulled in some reds and whites, and then I even got the black glitter to pull in the black gingham here. And so my thought was, do we want to make a messy bow on the top? So what do you think? I just honestly could not decide. And now I'm staring at it and I still can't decide. Let me just put a little pile of ribbon up here and see. You think it's good the way it is, Marty? Do you think it would just be too much going on? So here's just like a pile of ribbon if it was up here on the top. Yeah, I think that it might be over the top. I think maybe just have the ribbon on here, make the statement like it is. And because I did several of these in advance, wow, this was a really, really quick project. So that, okay, Amy, no bow. All right, so let's just leave it as it is. And like I said, I think that if it was a bigger board, so maybe if you found a bigger surface and did like a different arrangement of your bows, or I mean your hearts, maybe you would have room for like the word love or XOXO or something like that. But I just didn't feel like this had any more room. So that's it. So let me pull you back up and I will show you this. Let me flip my camera around here. Okay. There it is close up. Isn't that fun? Just a fun little shelf sitter. And honestly, I think that this chunky yarn, this blanket yarn, just was, you know, added a really fun element because it's so puffy. So that's it. So we will just put it back here on my little dresser, and that can be a a little addition to our decor for Valentine's Day. Okay, I totally forgot to bring over here the one big thing that I wanted to be sure to show you. Okay, so hold on. You might even be able to see me in the mirror here. I'm going to run and get it. Okay, I wanted to show you a class to-go kit that I'm offering that I just announced the other day. And I love these little wooden signs that you can have around the house. And what I'm going to be creating is little interchangeable signs seasonally that you can add to home decor to have around the house. So you can buy one of the wood blocks unfinished, and then you can paint it however you want. You can buy one of these, just a one-time, and then every couple months I'm going to offer different cards for the seasons. So this set is, it will have this little Valentine's Day card and then a rainbow happy card. Isn't that cute? And for that one, you can choose either blue, sorry, I can't get them both in here, blue or pink. And the pink has some gold and rose gold in it too. So those are the two that will come with that kit. And then, like I said, you can get the wooden block as a one-time thing. And I will mail you the supplies, and you'll just put this together at home, okay? So I thought that that would be fun. I'm always looking for cute little, just cute seasonal shelf sitters to put around my house. And if they're homemade, I love them even more. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. So I will put a link. Actually, what you do is just message me for that one, because it's not really a class. It's like a to-go kit. So that is what I have for you today. I'll hold it up one more time. And so thank you for being here. And yeah, that's what I have. So have a great rest of your day. And I will talk with you soon. Don't forget that you were made to create. Bye-bye.